Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Utah Jazz and the Philadelphia 76ers. The starters for the Utah Jazz. We've got John Stockton. Malone is out there with Andre Kirilenko. Then there's Maravich, and it's Eaton in at the 5. John Stockton with the rebound, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here is Kirilenko. Maravich, good.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Cheeks the pass to Irving. Malone with the rebound. Here's Maravich. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. Maravich has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such a aplomb. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Cheeks kicks to Iverson. Inside, Malone. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Outside Kirilenko. He feeds it to Maravich. Malone trying to break free. No good from Maravich. Philadelphia with the ball. Irving looking for an opening. Here's Cheeks. 5 to shoot. Iverson outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside Kirilenko wants to get it to Maravich and does. Lays it up and banks it in. Maravich has got 6 points. Maravich has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And the pass to Malone. Maravich against Iverson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Chamberlain with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you, for such a big guy, Kevin, what a remarkably fluid athlete. You can see why he competed and excelled in the high jump in college.
Maravich kicks to Kirilenko. Stockton from outside. No good on that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Hey, Kevin, we all know this. It's no secret. I mean, one of the areas of Wilt's game that's below average is free throw shooting.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Utah trailing here. Stockton passes to Malone. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Back to Iverson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, the quickness of Iverson. What a blur this guy is. Slithering his way through the defense and never afraid to drive it inside despite being a small guy.
Now here is Kirilenko. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Stockton from outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Malone dishes to Iverson. Passes it to Chamberlain from the baseline. And it's Malone with the rebound. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
The 76ers leading by 3. Iverson outside. It's tipped.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the game.
And Maravich, the skill set, how savvy he is, and then the showmanship that he brings to the table. I don't know that we've ever had a guy more creative at the game of basketball.
Now here's Iverson. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Stockton passes to Maravich. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Maravich has got 11 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Irving against Kirilenko. And it's blocked by Kirilenko. And he recovers it. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Cheeks. Shoots the 3. Utah with the rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
To the inside. And stolen by Iverson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And Dr. J slams it in.
And AI, Allen Iverson, does more than just shoot the ball. He also has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Stockton outside. Here's Malone. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, Malone is just so strong. Even when he gets hit, he stays with the shot nicely.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throw drops for Malone. The 76ers trail by 3. Now here's Iverson. On deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. The guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Jones is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then it's Cheeks. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. 4 on the clock. Eaton misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And now Utah, fast break. Out to Kirilenko. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. Kirilenko's got the lead up to 7 now for Utah.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now here's Iverson. Pass to Jones. Chamberlain dishes to Iverson. Good work defensively by Maravich. Jazz leading by 7. To the paint. Here's Eaton. Chamberlain with the block.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
Now here's Malone. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. That one good for 2. Malone's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Hawkins checked in for Iverson. Here is Cunningham. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No good from the wing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Maravich, good.
Stockton's so good at passing the ball. One of the best dime droppers in the game.
The 76ers trail by 11. Cheeks kicks to Cunningham. Here's Cheeks. Shot to stop the run, and it's Kurylenko with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Philadelphia with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Here's Cheeks. That shot off. Good D by Stockton. Jazz leading by 13. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Maravich against Hawkins. Here's Cheeks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To end the cold streak, here's Chamberlain, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, right there, on display, the power and body control of big Wilt Chamberlain. He just shrugs off contact as if it doesn't even exist.
Here's Eaton. Back to Maravich. The pass to Eaton. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. Maravich has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Hawkins. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Cunningham. Shoots over Maravich. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got his first bucket in this one.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hawkins passes to Cheeks. 1:24 left in the second quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the basket by Malone.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Cheeks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Cunningham misses off the right iron. Utah leading by 17. Pass to Eaton. It's Maravich on the wing. He's covered by Hawkins. Maravich kicks to Stockton. Nice ball movement by Utah. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And Maravich on the basket on the assist by Kurylenko. Maravich has got 16 points.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Down low.
And Cheeks is the ultimate orchestrator when it comes to running the offense. A creative guard with exceptional passing ability.
Cunningham's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Malone, good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the middle, here's Malone. That shot off, and so it's the Utah Jazz with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've got their field goal percentage. Pete Maravich having a dominant impact in this one.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
So on the floor for Utah, Maravich is out there with John Stockton, and it's Andre Kirilenko, and there's Malone, and it's Eaton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Cheeks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Maravich, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Outside Irving. Irving double team. Here's Cheeks. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, part of what makes Malone such a good rebounder is his aggressiveness. I mean, and he also has a real nose for the ball.
Outside Kirilenko. Inside. It's tipped. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Irving drives in. Cheeks the pass to Malone. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Kirilenko.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
So he gets them both. Jazz leading by 18. It's Kirilenko on the wing. Shot left block. Malone trying to break free. And Maravich with the nice basket inside. Maravich has got 20 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Rebound, Utah. Maravich has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Back to Kirilenko. Pass to Eaton. Wants to get it to Maravich, and does. 5 on the clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid comes in for Chamberlain. And Collins subbed in for Cheeks. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Embiid, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Collins against Stockton. Collins dishes to Embiid. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Iverson against Stockton. Iverson with some nice D. The 76ers trailed by 20. Here's Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Malone.
Love the way Embiid knows how to play with force down low, which in turn makes the defense get physical with it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Embiid drops them both.
Tell you what, when Joel Embiid is healthy, this dude is a super effective player. A polished big man with an arsenal of post moves and shots. He's a handful down there.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him. Good on both. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Collins passes to Embiid. Malone right side. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Malone is an absolute nightmare on the offensive glass. Does a great job of establishing that position for that putback slam.
To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And he knocks down the first one.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible. And that jump shot is wet.
And he makes both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Iverson. The 17-footer goes down. Iverson's got his second basket of the game.
And the mid-range game of Iverson is quite steady. Has a rapid-fire release, and even at his size, it's hard to get to his shot.
Stockton against Iverson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. .133 left in the third quarter. Malone with it. He's got 8. Lets it fly from 18. Again, Philadelphia.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Iverson against Stockton. The feed to Malone. Goes back up, and the layup is up and in. Malone's got 15 points.
Yeah, like the touch from Malone inside there. I mean, one of the most accomplished scorers in the game, without a doubt.
Now the pass to Iverson. Outside Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Malone. Makes it off the glass. Malone's got 8 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Maravich, the pass to Malone. And a wide open look for Kirilenko. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Iverson against Maravich. Fires for 3. Utah with the rebound. Malone's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Maravich, good. Maravich has got 22 points.
Another one for Maravich. The lights-out jump shot, the ability to finish with either hand. No one's been able to touch him tonight.
And so it's Utah closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Iguodala. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, Ben Simmons is out there with Irving. Then it's McGinnis. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 spot. Corner shot. No good for Maravich.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
From 7. No good from Simmons. Jazz leading by 20. Over in the corner, Kirilenko. He kicks it to Maravich. Malone outside. Maravich against Iguodala. Maravich dishes to Kirilenko. Great D that time from Irving.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
With Simmons, the close. The better. I mean, he's confident from this area of the floor.
And here's Stockton. Pass to Maravich. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Stockton against Simmons. Shot clock at 5. But they get it back. Malone kicks to Kirilenko. And finally they hit one. And the Jazz lead by 20.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Irving double team. Maravich with the steal. And now here he comes. Kirilenko leading the break. Malone with the block.
And how about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
Maravich the pass to Kirilenko. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Irving against Stockton. That one, no good. Some solid defense here from Malone. Maravich the pass to Eaton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, Eaton at 7'4", this guy typically overpowers defenses with his size. He's an excellent shot blocker and also rebounds pretty well.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Utah?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Chamberlain's checked in for McGinnis. Iverson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Cheeks is subbed in for Ben Simmons. A nice shot by Irving. Utah leading by 22. Stockton outside. Here's Maravich. A beautiful reverse layup. Maravich has got 24 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
And it's Utah's ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Kirilenko. Malone with the block. Kirilenko against Irving. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Maravich against Iverson. Malone left side. Here's Kirilenko. And Utah another 3.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Irving double team to the paint. And Malone gets it to go on the assist from Julius Irving. Malone's got 10 points in just the second half. To the middle and stolen by Chamberlain. Iverson against Stockton. Iverson passes to Cheeks. Kicks it to Irving. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Stockton passes to Karolinko. Plenty of space. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Now the 76ers with it.
Yo, whose man's is Simmons?
And Simmons kicks to Collins. To the wing on the left. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, what a tremendous score. Collins also willing to make the extra pass, Kevin. Relentless on the offensive end.
There's 57 seconds left in the game. Outside for Stockton. Stockton draws the double. Embiid against Maravich. Here's Eaton. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And Embiid gets it to go.
Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those boards.
Stockton dishes to Maravich. Off target from outside. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Collins. No good on the shot. Good D by Stockton. On the wing, Maravich. And stolen by Simmons. Iguodala outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in